Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchand from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. Okay, so I'm talking about the chapter 7 of the book You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. We are on chapter 7, The Risk Takers. Just give me a minute. I'm going, yeah. So today we're talking about a very interesting subtopic in this chapter, which is called business failures. And this is very interesting even to me because I'm in business and I help a lot of people who want to launch a business to achieve success in their business just by shifting their mindset. It's a very interesting concept, actually. So consider this. If one were to examine the statistics regarding the number of business failures each year without closely studying each situation separately, one could very easily conclude that going into business for oneself is an irresponsible act. However, that is just not the case. The truth of the matter is, many of the people who have gone into bankruptcy should never have gone into business for themselves in the first place, either because they weren't properly prepared for such an undertaking or because they simply didn't know what they were doing. They lacked the skill, the knowledge, or the proper support to get their business off the ground. Bear in mind that although it takes most new companies at least 3 years before they are properly established, some of these individuals didn't allow for 3 months or even 3 weeks to give their business a chance. So, when you go into business, it's a risk you're taking, and at the same time, you want to understand that it takes time to build a business. It's just not going to fly in one day. It takes time, it takes skills. I was in business for 11 years, and I'm from a lineage of entrepreneurs, business people. And still, when I launched my coaching business, it was a totally different ball game altogether. I thought I knew so much until I actually got into it for myself. And I realized that there was so much I still had to learn. So much I still had to learn. I cannot even start to tell you. It's been 7 years now, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning every day on new techniques, new ways of getting my business to grow because I know that when I grow, my business grows. Now, what does that mean to grow? To grow means to become more and more aware of the potential, the talent I have in me to learn so many skills that I didn't know about before. Like, for example, I didn't know about budgeting, accounting. I mean, we learned simple accounting at school, but how to actually implement it in your business. Even though I tell you, I come from a lineage of entrepreneurs, I didn't really see that. I didn't really see how they did all that. I was always more interested in serving clients. The reason, that was the part of the business I enjoyed the most. So when I wanted to help people, I wanted to get into a business of helping people. And at the same time, there's so much to a business, not just helping, but you have to also earn money. And I began to realize that money was coming and money was going. And I was like, what's happening? And then I realized that, oh my God, I didn't really have a great relationship with money. And then my son is making so much noise. I didn't have a great relationship with money. And I had to go and dig out where did these ideas come to me? Money doesn't make people happy and stuff like that. This is important for us to become very aware of if we are going into business because there's so much to a business than just wanting to serve with your service or your product. There's a lot of back work involved also. Okay, so Let me continue. It is also significant to note that prior to setting out on their own, many of these people were those employees who thought their boss was incompetent, or the owners of the company which employed them didn't know what they were doing. Obviously, everyone who fails to get a new business going does not fall into this category, but there are certainly many people who do. And I'm very grateful that my husband is a very good businessman because I have his support and his backing. My son has studied marketing. I have team members who are into the online digital media. There's so much to learn in today's times. Business is not the same. How do you say? The core principles are the same, but the way you do business, especially if you want to do it online, it's a different ball game. Like there's so much more to learn. Nevertheless, despite the woeful statistics, there are certainly many individual risk takers who have succeeded in establishing businesses of their own. For example, just consider the story of my good friend Bob McCrary. Bob had worked in the electronics industry for many years, and although he had never earned what one might consider big money, he certainly earned a better than average income. He owned his own home, he raised three beautiful daughters, and accomplished all of this work while working for someone else. But despite his undisputed success, Bob harbored a desire to go into business for himself. And I suppose fear was the only thing holding him back from doing so. Because it's a risk, right? So there's a lot of fear associated with it. I faced great fear before I started my business. The truth of the matter was that with all the things he had going for him, Bob couldn't help but succeed. Unfortunately, however, he was unaware of this because he had never been out on his own before. Yeah, it is scary. When you've never been in business and you're going out to venture out on your own, it is scary. The truth of the matter was that with all the things he had going for him, Bob couldn't help but succeed. He had a lot of experience, but he still couldn't see that he was afraid still to go out on his own. Unfortunately, however, he was unaware of this because he had never been out on his own, exactly, before. Moreover, he had been raised to believe the old idea that the person should get a good, steady job and then work for a pension. You know, all these old ideas that were put in our minds, they can really hold us back from doing what we want to do in life, from starting a business. Because we can actually do, have everything we want. But ideas that were programmed into us as kids, they really hold us back. Still, the desire of Bob and his wife Pat to work in their own business persisted. It eventually grew to the point where they were actually able to visualize their business operating successfully, since it is impossible to hold an image in the mind without also expressing it. The end result of Bob and Pat's imaging was the birth of their own company, Pensacola Electronics. Now, this is where I want to tell you this is the great secret of success is actually holding the image of what you want as if it's already happened and you've achieved great success in it. Because that's the best way to start something, and the universe is going to take that image and attract to you everything you want, everything you need to get that image into your physical reality. How good is that? How amazing is that? So, there, if you want to get into business, you want to see your business operating very successfully, that you have a team working for you. I see myself as an entrepreneur and I see myself as a leader in my business, and I know that a leader never works alone. We need a team. We need a team to work with, and This is where I have built a team and I have masterminds, and we work as a team, because alone you can only go this much, but together you can go far. And to go online with all the new digital marketing and all that, it's not something that I could have done alone. And my team members are half my age, because you learn all these digital technical things from the youth. They know better than us. At least I see it that way. So I will end here for today, because I that's where I stopped on the other side, because I read this book in Creole also. So I want you to think about these ideas. They're great ideas. If you want to start a business, you want to see your business already successful today. And then you're going to attract everything you need to make that become a reality in your life. So thank you. Sorry. Suddenly I started coughing. Thank you for being here, and I wish you all the best and have a great day. Bye bye.